And we're back for our post-game breakdown of game number 1 between Cloud9 Academy and FlyQuest Academy. Interesting draft from both of them right there, but it's really cool to see FlyQuest pulling out the Amumu support, and it actually worked.
It got buffed. I guess Mad Magical's just the biggest brain analyst still. You know, Kangas, you might have been gone for a bit, but some things here just don't change.
Everyone knows
Mad Magical rules the rift.
I am the big brain analyst here. I'm the one who knows everything, apparently. I don't know how this is possible, but it just is.
All-seeing.
Yeah, just not the future.
Mad Magical, clearly the better analyst between the two. Now, I will say that I know that you might be the better analyst, but something that I like to test is who has the better memory after games like that, because that was a longer one and there's a lot that happened in it. So I know that it's my first week back, my first day back here on the Academy broadcast for summer. So I want to bring back one of my favorite games that we played last spring, which was, of course, Pixel Perfect.
Yeah.
Now, we're still working some of the kinks out, as unfortunately we won't have the cool graphic to explain all of the points, but it's okay, because in case you don't know how this game works, I took screenshots throughout that last game, and each screenshot will be worth a certain amount of points. There's 16-bit images where you can kind of see what's going on, 8-bit images where it's very grainy, really difficult, and then 1-bit images where it's virtually impossible to actually see what is actually happening in that image. Each one is worth different points. I'll be keeping track of the points on my end for episode 1 in the summer split. Cubby, Magical, are you ready to play?
Of course.
All right, love to hear it.
Game. Let's do it.
So, of course, this is to test who has a better memory, the color casters or the play-by-plays. And as play-by-plays actually had a better winning record in this game from the spring split, I will let Magical take the first choice here. You can choose any of the categories, 16-bit, which is easy, 8-bit, which is medium, and 1-bit, which is hard. I already have an idea, though, of what you're going to go for.
Only an idea?
Only an idea. 1-bit?
1-bit.
You're going with the 1-bit. Of course, Magical always likes to make it as hard as possible. So, you'll see it on your screen right now, Magical. What is the context of this 1-bit image? Very hard to tell what is happening in this, as it should be, because now you have to guess when in the game this was.
But
yeah, I was about to say this one. It looks like 2 bubbles.
It does look like 2 bubbles. You're not wrong.
Let's see. What can I guess? I'm gonna guess it's something with Corky though. Corky.
Ooh, okay.
I think it's Corky landing a big rocket that took 3 people down really fast in mid lane.
look at us both thinking here.
Big rocket. Yeah, you're both eating the pens. I love that. It's a good look for both of you. All right, that is incorrect, Magical. That is not this image. Cubby, you have a chance to steal for 3 points. What do you think? What's your guess?
I missed this game. This is the Wombo combo that got FlyQuest the last dragon of the game, as that is an encore.
Hey!
Yeah,
let's go. Yep. The Fates Call plus Encore, and then we also had the Amumu ult on top of it. That was disgusting. And that's what this comp needed to do, right? It was built around these big engages. And they had been denied a couple dragons up to that point, but they got the soul after that one. So big fight win for FlyQuest.
I love when different styles clash. And, you know, I think FlyQuest finally able to get the Wombo in the last fight. Touching out on the poke was fun. But let's go to the next one, as I'm going to Goldilocks this. Keep it interesting for Mad Magical. 8-bit.
Coward.
8-bit! Okay, well, he just stole the 3-bit, so he is up in points.
He's a coward.
He's going to go for an 8-bit.
Absolute
These are worth
coward.
2 points. So, for your first 8-bit category, Cubby, on your screen right now, what is the context of this image?
Oh. Well, I can see a level 7, which helps.
I'm not going to lie, this one might be, like, harder than the 1-bit. Now that I'm looking back at it.
Was this the first blood in the mid lane that FlyQuest picked up?
Okay, so you're thinking it's the Yone ultimate, Fate's Call potentially. That is not correct. It is not first blood in the mid lane. Magical, you have a chance to steal
level
for 2
7.
points.
So it's Diamond level 7. I know that for a fact. I was trying to think, I was trying to think.
I've got 1320 vision. I can't even tell.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who the other person is, though. That's the hard part. I feel like
if they're level 7, think about what type of time of the game this would be.
God, that was a long time ago, Kangas.
It was.
So the only thing I could really think of is, and then again, Diamond was level 7 for a while.
I'm gonna give you 5 seconds.
Okay. Was it
4.
around
3.
I'm gonna go with. Was it around Rift Herald?
Not correct. This was the 3rd dragon fight where Cloud9, they didn't deny the dragon. FlyQuest Academy do actually get the dragon, but they got a couple kills for themselves, and King started rolling here. This is where the table started to turn.
That's right.
And Cloud9 actually started to kind of snowball their way back into the game somewhat.
See, I could tell it was Kumo, but the name was kind of not Kumo, a Diamond, but Kumo's name was kind of obscured, so I'm like,
yeah.
Who is that?
It's all right. It's all right. It was a good guess, but you're up next, Magical, because neither one of you got that. You didn't get it on the Steel. Cubby didn't get it on the first one. Cubby has 3 points. So, Magical, you're just going for the 1 bit again. I'm not even going to ask. I know exactly how your brain works. So, on your screen right now, this 1-bit image. When in the game was this?
Can I? Yeah, there we go. I need this more.
What? It looks like
What
Stuart
is the
Little
context?
is sniffing the chem.
It does
look like Stuart Little.
No, it's gotta be. It's Yumi, so it's definitely Yumi. It's a zoom in
Okay.
on Yumi.
It's Stuart Little.
Stuart Little. No, it's definitely Yumi. Just trying to think when. Is this Yumi around? Shoot.
5, 4, 3.
Yumi dying
2.
in bot lane to first gank.
Come on, bro. You're
Incorrect.
overthinking this.
Am I?
Incorrect.
It's B1 Yumi.
Boom. Of course it's B1 Yumi. You all hyped it up so much.
It's
You're
Stuart
like,
Little.
Destiny has so many wins on this. Also, I love that Magical's face on that screenshot is actually like the same. Yeah, no, let's show it one more time.
Pull
Yeah,
it back
keep
up,
it on
pull
here.
it back up.
His face here was like the same face that he made when he first saw the little Yumi nose pop up.
I feel like this was the face he saw when he saw Amumu, though. That was a better face. I feel like we needed a screenshot of that. Yeah.
I was considering getting that, but I didn't want to have 2 from Pick and Ban, so I was like, we're not going to go for
You
it.
should have done the Mumu one. That would have been just better in general.
I hate to say it, Magical, Cubby's gotten a total of 5 points from you, all that he stole. So, Cubby, it's back over to you. All the 3 points are gone.
It's 6.
It is 6? He got both.
Yeah.
I'll take another 16-bit.
16-bit, okay.
You're such a
the
coward.
I'm giving you the 8-bit, Magical. I'm
so
giving you
The
coward.
16 bits are a little
Get some points.
easier. These ones you can at least get some detail out of what's happening and start to see
this
maybe
was the
more
TP
close
to Baron.
when this happened. Okay,
Yeah,
TP to Baron.
burn.
He's quick on it, quick on the trigger pull, and absolutely it was. This was a really cool play from Kumo. The team's already on the Baron. They already started it. And then he says, I'm going to pull Darshan down here, who also had TP, but he wasn't as committed to just burning it. And Kumo just jumps in, they get the Baron, and that was also a really big moment for FlyQuest.
Yeah, it was a good play because it enabled them to get Baron to try and prep for the next dragon, even though they did not get it. Kept C9 in their base, stole a lot of resources from them. Helped FlyQuest stay ahead.
So, 7 points for Cubby, and it's right back. No, wait, you already just did the 16-bit. Never mind. It's back over to Magical, and I don't think it's mathematically possible for you to come back, but we'll keep playing for right now. Are you going for 16 or the last remaining 8-bit?
What's the hardest of the 2?
8-bit.
It's the 8-bit.
Give him the 8-bit. We're getting close to draft, so we gotta
all right, boom.
Get Magical some points
8-bit. Yeah, we got to wrap this up because we're getting there.
Hex Tech Dragon. Boop a doop boop 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 boop.
But what is the context of when this screenshot was taken? You can tell it's a Hextech Dragon, but at what point in the game?
So I'm going to go with the Hextech Dragon that was. I'll go with the second one that was taken by Cloud9.
Second one that was taken by Cloud9. I'm so sorry, Magical.
Oh, really?
Not
Because I
correct.
didn't want to go to the easy one. I think I know what the other one is, but it just.
Cubby, do you have an idea?
Is
do
it
you have an idea?
Secure?
Huh?
Soul Secure?
It's not. It's not. It was the first one. It was the first Hextech Dragon stolen that had the big bounty on it. Yeah. Okay, neither of you got that one.
Well,
there were a lot of like relevant Hextech Dragons, so I will give you that one.
That was a hard one, yeah.
Game kind of revolved around it.
Yeah, for an 8-bit, I probably should have included a couple more hints or indicators on it, but I wasn't expecting there to be 2 more relevant Hextech Dragons after that. We have one last one, so let's just run through it before we get into Pick and Ban. This was pretty fun. Cubby, I believe it's over to you. So, what is the context of this image here?
This the bushwhack.
Yeah.
The bushwhack.
Yeah, I was
You
hoping,
know it.
I
And
was hoping
this
you wouldn't get
screenshot
that.
was like a second later, but yeah, I figured if all I show is a bush, you should understand.
Yeah.
This was another big moment where Cloud9 got a couple kills, got themselves back in the game. And honestly, pretty impressive performances from Shaden and King in this last game. I know that they didn't get the win, but I want to give props to them because they found really creative fights.
I mean, they kind of had to in this game. They were on the back foot. But I think they had some clever ways to get back in. That was one of the better games I've seen in the Academy so far. I like that one. I think both teams can go back and learn a lot from how that one played out. But excited for the next one.
So as we are waiting for pick and ban for this next game, I want to give quick predictive thoughts here. Actually, never mind. It looks like we are ready to hop into it, so we won't waste any more time. I'll let the two of you talk about your predictions as pick and ban is rolling. So, Magical Cubby, take it away.
Also, I gotta shake the hands of Cubby. He got the first shutout. I think
yes.
in Pixel Perfect history. Yeah, there it is. There we go. All right,
figured it out.
Let's get into this. Let's talk about this. They've swapped sides with a Yumi ban first this time by FlyQuest, not letting that even go anywhere close Destiny's hands. Especially, it was, I think, pretty devastating when it was paired up with Zeri, but it looks like that the Yumi ban, Zeri still might be open.
We'll see if FlyQuest ends up first picking that or the Seraphine, as both are on the table.
Seraphine.
If Seraphine is taken, whoa, we usually see Senna Yasuo as one of the options into it. Senna is still on the board. All marksmen are on the board, so C9 and FlyQuest have pick of the litter here. Curious to see what they end up taking. As also important to note, Talia comps are available for Shaden, which I think, again, very important given the success that we have seen from Shaden and his Talia, and the ability for Copy and Arshan to play AD champions around it, as that is something that's really, really big for C9. Historically gave them success in spring and summer.
But look at that. Rakan locked in for Destiny pretty early on. But it might be the Talia still. A lot of good engage that they can have, especially the lockdown potential that you have with Rakan followed up by Talia. Keeps them kind of open up in the air. Where does Talia go? Does it go for the jungle or does it go for Copy? I like that answer, but it's more interesting to see the Rakan have this kind of priority into the Seraphine, because as you had called out, Senna is still up. Yasuo is something that is good into Seraphine as well, yet untouched.
Curious what FlyQuest ends up grabbing as... Oh, Kindred. That would be spicy, as it is one of Shaden's better champions, known for the Kindred in solo queue, as that will be the lock-in for UG. Keep in mind, that's Talia. We are expecting it to be in the hands of Shaden, but can be put mid for Copy. We've yet to see Copy play it this split, but we expect that Copy is able to play this champion. Just usually see the Yone Yasuo paired up, or AD champs paired up with the Talia, as Spyrax might be showing that Seraphine is going bot early.
Really
see
interesting.
what his choice is.
Even if it goes bot, it's not necessarily going to be the carry in the bot lane. It could also be the support, but they go back to what they did last time. They have that wombo combo potential out of Seraphine, Mumu, Encore, Curse of the Sad Mummy. Encore of the Sad Mummy?
Curse of the Encore. Easy. Maybe you hate seeing the group. It's the Encore is a curse.
Could be.
As C9. I would say they're stealing some of FlyQuest tech, but also I feel like C9 showed this first. So Shaden, Copy, the Yone. That Yone, we haven't seen Darshan play it yet in the top lane. And for Copy, I think it was his second most played and highest win rate champion in his Korean boot camp where he hit Challenger over on that server. Copy, really good at the Yone. We've already seen him play it to some success here in Academy. And I'm excited to see it again here as him and Shaden, they have that combo. You are able to sync up, take down the mid laner, and they're going to be throwing out, looks to be a couple bans Kumo's way, potentially taking away some of the blind picks that he has available to him.
Taking away Gangplank, something that he's played well in LCS and Academy in the past. I'm also looking to see if they take away the Camille and want to lock in that Gnar early. Though it would be kind of unusual. A Xayah composition that you could still have in the bot lane for King and Destiny, having a little bit more of that synergy is still up. But like you said, Kayle banned. A little interesting off the side of FlyQuest. Maybe indicates that they want to get Fiora.
Gwen Fiora is where my mind goes when I see Kayle bans. As I think it is important to note, Amumu does help shred, or it helps boost magic damage on your team. So it is okay to go a little bit heavier on the magic damage with an Amumu, as C9 knowing this. Gonna take away the Ahri, one of the matchups that is playable into Yone. Another one is the Blanc, which was taken away first by the side of FlyQuest, so I think that is curious, as we'll have to see what they end up piloting into that Yone mid. Spyrax, of course, did just play it in the last game, so we'll see what he has up his sleeve, as they have one more ban. See if it's thrown at the top lane. Could easily take away a marksman, as they just decide they don't want to deal with that Zeri.
Even if not paired up with Yuumi, which is a bit surprising. They banned the Yuumi away early. I guess they just don't even want to test it with Rakan. We have seen that pair matched up in the past, but Xayah still open. That's the one I'm kind of looking at. Even if she's not quite in the meta, we saw it yesterday. We saw it played. Still works out. Ooh, but the Tristana, I like that a little bit more.
It's a King special. Able to rip through the front line with the Kraken Slayer. Easy to go since you have that. You don't really need the Gale Force on Tristana. You got plenty of safety with the Buster Shot and the Rocket Jump. As C9 packing the damage between the Yone, between the Tristana. There's that Fiora that you were teasing, Mad Magical. We've seen so many top laners feel comfortable blinding this champion. This is actually the first time that we will see Fiora for Kumo. It's his 10th unique champion in 14 games of Academy. I think that is pretty wild to think, as Kumo continues to show off that champion pool that he has access to. As is it? Oh my! Is it
Fiora mid, or is it Ornn mid?
It could be Ornn mid. We have been seeing some Ornn mid over in the LCK. Might be the option for Spyrax. We will have to see. That is also Kumo's most played champ. He is 3-0 on the Ornn, but this will throw a wrench into the plans of Darshan, as we will see how he wants to use his counter pick. I'm wondering if we see Gwen from Darshan himself. I feel like Gwen would be okay, but no, it's going to be Gnar, thinking that it is Fiora top is the assumption. So it's going to be Ornn mid for Spyrax.
Wow.
Or is it?
Or is it? We'll find out.
Where are things going?
All right, I'm waiting. I'm looking at it. Spyrax is holding on. We got all the way down to the 20-second mark. That's when we know for sure.
20 seconds.
All right, but let's talk about other things, the things that we know. So looking at the bot lane, Seraphine, Amumu, against Tristana and Rakan bot lane. I feel like that adds more of a fighting potential into the Seraphine Amumu this time.
Bro, it's Fiora. It's Fiora mid. This is actually kind of hype. You can have a really high value riposte in this matchup, because not only is it the third Q knockup, but also the ultimate can dodge out on the Taliyah. I'm excited to see Spyrax pilot this. The only time I've really seen Fiora mid is into Galio, but I'm curious how it plays into this matchup. I think in theory I can see some ways that it's good, but
haven't we seen that top lane before? I believe we've seen it top lane before.
Yeah, we might have seen it in the long lane. We'll have to see. But, jeez, man. Okay, this is a fun game. FlyQuest really going to back to the shed to work on 12-12. Everyone has a different meta read, as I teased. And this is one for sure. We'll be curious to see how it pans out and see if it's as good as it was the first time for FlyQuest.
As FlyQuest load up onto the Rift, Spyrax piloting Fiora, Kumo onto Ornn, one of his most played champions of the split so far. Cloud9, they got to somehow deal with the curveballs and all the topsy-turviness coming in from FlyQuest. Still sticking to the Seraphine Amumu bot lane. Even getting a bit of an invade. Was spotted out. Should back out. Probably just going to be a ward placed down via FlyQuest.
As I gotta say, I expect this game. I think the game breaker could be King. I think it's really important that King has a good laning phase. As if King is able to get that Kraken Slayer, you can pump damage as the Tristana. It is an old school late game marksman. You can try and shred the Seraphine and all the healing that you can do around it. But besides that, it still is another game where it's big time wombo for the side of FlyQuest.
I still prefer AP Tristana personally.
Yuji can do a lot. All right, we got 2 more games, man. Magical. You gotta save the spice. Can't use it all at once.
But AP Tristana is good. Rocket Jump's fun.
We're gonna get you in a time machine so you can go live out the times where that actually was good and fun.
I've done it before, and I'll do it again. Can't stop me, as you can't stop the junglers from taking their buffs. Clearing out pretty effectively. Probably gonna have a full clear from each side. Doubt we're gonna see anything too crazy. Sometimes you'll see Kindreds go for that level 3 play into top lane. That is a possibility here for UG.
Don't think we're gonna see UG cross over to that side.
Yeah, I mean it's always possible, but I don't expect it to be. It's one of those things you might see as bot lane. A little bit of action back and forth. Explosive charge on top of Diamond. Will take a good chunk of his health. Should be able to sustain back with Tomo, though.
King on one of his favorites in this Tristana. As, again, I think King has the potential to be a really big piece for the side of C9. And King, ever since he stepped into Academy, has been a very, very strong marksman. 4th in goal differential at 15. Has a lack of Senna games in Academy specifically, as we see Spyrax.
That was good.
Show what that Repose can do into this matchup. It is very good. As at the moment, Yuji, we'll see if he does anything funky after this red buff, because that's where you get really strong on the Kindred. You can really start to use that range.
But I like what Darshan's doing to Kumo in the top lane, trying to take full advantage of Meganar. But it's hard against Ornn early game, as he's just a beefy front line. He can sustain a lot of the damage. Mid lane's the more exciting one, personally. Looking at Fiora, I mean, obviously we expected the Fiora Yone mid lane matchup to be really exciting, but it's Spyrax and how he's able to handle this champion so well. And like riposte against the Tornado, it shows that he's put a lot of practice into this champ.
I think it's fun, just because, fun fact about Spyrax is,
Champion
oh,
Ocean.
hold on.
Yeah,
They're
King
down
went
a
in.
level.
They got the cleanse. They've got the exhaust as well. Diamond's got to be careful, though. He's burning. He's underneath the turret. He'll survive. Tomo's still fighting in the middle of the two of them. They got the sparkles connecting onto King, but he'll survive. And Shaden on the other side. He could easily turn this around. There's no Yuji in sight, and if they continue, if they stay too far forward, that could be turned around. He doesn't. Shaden is looking like he's about to fail.
Oh, man. Tough trading. Going back to Spyrax, fun fact about him. Scouting Grounds 2021. Spyrax was actually supposed to be, based on solo queue rank, one of the mid laners there. He had 2 accounts in the top 30. But based on the requirements, you have to have, there's a one-trick rule. Where you can't be one-tricking a champion. You have to have enough games on 4 champions. Fun fact, for both Spyrax and Darkwings, it was actually inverse. They had too many games on too many champions.
Diamond,
Flash.
he got the banish shots on top. They couldn't get a little bit more damage onto Destiny. Yuji was nearby, but instead he'll bail out of the fight with low mana on Tomo. They have to admit that that fight was lost.
I mean, double flash investment from C9 was heavy, but it does turn out to be a good play. And I think Shaden, we have praised Shaden for his ability to play around himself, but I feel like this is good recognition from Shaden. What does his team need? What can break the comp of FlyQuest this game? For me, it's the Tristana. So I think getting this lane ahead, very important for the side of C9.
His copy had already gone back to base, was able to recall, and tried to take a fight against Spyrax, but now Yuji's been spot out. Same with Diamond. Copy. You got to get out of this one. You got Flash still available to your name, but there's going to be the fight from Spyrax. He flashed for the Vital proc. He's got the damage onto Copy. Solo kill might... Oh, what a sidestep. Copy barely survives.
Oh, the sidestep from Spyrax just to dodge out of the second Q. Both these mid laners showing some of their mechanical prowess, as that was a close incursion. Now supports both up here. Yuji trying to get the Raptor camp.
But Yuji, the combo between a Rakan and a Talia is pretty big. They might have the way out. No, they don't. King was there. That's a nice rotation from the bot lane of C9.
And that's part of Shaden, the game plan. Again, getting this bot lane ahead for C9. They were able to reset first. King able to make something happen on this in the mid lane as he roams, and now they're repaying the favor. He's like, all right, Shaden, needed a leash on those Raptors. Thanks for helping us bot. I'm going to help take some more camps. C9 off to the races early. 1.5K gold lead for them.
1.5K gold lead for Cloud9. As they look to secure some control on the bottom quadrant of the map as well, really reining in Yuji. This is a far better example for FlyQuest to try to scale up into the game, have a more reliable mid to late game. But it's going to be difficult if they're still getting pressured from Cloud9. As Cloud9 has some scaling, but they also are very effective mid game. You've already seen the power a Talia can provide, and now Kumo gets the flash out of Ornn of Gnar top.
And man, Spyrax in this matchup still. I know that the invade didn't go the way of Yuji, but Spyrax is playing out this matchup really well on this Fiora. Up many creeps. Again, showing off that deep champion pool that he has is Spyrax.
Oh, Spyrax is probably going to be able to get a solo kill. Copy's got to snap back. Snap back to the reality that you're dead, bro. You're just delaying the inevitable.
How long have you been sitting on that one, man? Magical. Snap back to the reality that you're dead, bro. Tough one for Copy. Again, caught out. Spyrax had the choice of counter matchup, and God, is he playing it well.
Yes, it's Spyrex, like you called out, champion Ocean from this player. I feel like that's where FlyQuest can always rely on. They can always rely on Spyrex and playing all these different sorts of styles that then enables the rest of the team to play creatively, to have marksman in the jungle, to have double support and engager in the bot lane, and then a tank in top lane just in case.
Hey, would you say when Tristana rocket jumps, that's an there goes gravity?
That is.
Okay.
So if we see a snap back to reality, there goes gravity. He won't have it.
Yeah, we got it down. We got it down.
Yeah. Do you want to say that, or should I?
We'll figure it out later, but we're going to get a second look. Again, Spyrex has 6. Copy just has no business contesting that wave. Once that one vital procs, you might look like a One Piece character from the skin, but he's not the main character in this one. It's all Spyrex, has a level advantage. Good night. Well,
just because you're a One Piece character doesn't mean you're the main character. That's Monkey D. Luffy. That's it.
Yeah, well, you know, the skin, that hat, it's a straw hat. So that's the one anime I know, Mad Magical. That's it.
I think you're pushing it.
I mean, I brought up anime. I'm really pushing it here.
Yeah, you are.
C9.
That would usually be my job. C9.
Yeah, I know. C9 trying to secure this Rift Herald. They did a nice job prepping the waves, and importantly, Tomo is not here, whereas King is. So Tomo actually roaming up. That does mean he's going to drop some waves bot.
Gets caught out. He was going back to the lane through the river. He took a lot of damage for it. He survives, but losing the flash, costing a lot of time top lane, especially with the Frozen.
I like this from FlyQuest, though. I know that this play was delayed. Tomo didn't stay bot, actually tried to rotate up, but you can see how FlyQuest, they exited the Rift Herald early, completely cut off C9 from their bot side jungle. So Yuji's going to get a mark. They're going to get plates onto the Seraphine. Good response from FlyQuest. At least trying to make the most of it. You can see King trying to deny the camp, but Yuji's here. Should be going over to FlyQuest.
Getting more and more camps for Yuji. Take it away as much as possible
really
from Shaden, especially with the Dragon up. Like you said, second mark of the game has been picked up by Yuji. Once you get the fourth one, that's really where this Kindred starts to come online.
And that's just a textbook Rift Herald response. I think we've seen Rift plays evolve a lot throughout League of Legends, especially as people recognize how powerful this objective is. That's one where if you are late to the play, teams have figured out you can cut off the enemy team from rotating and force them to reset so you get an advantageous trade elsewhere. FlyQuest doing that. On blue side, it's a little bit more difficult to execute given how the map pans out, but FlyQuest did a really nice job of it there. A lot of it thanks to Spyrex. Again, just keeping full control mid. He is up a level and a half on copy at the moment. Now, that was just 2 levels. Of course, levels more valuable on the durability patch, and Spyrex really making the most of it.
Would you say that Spyrex is getting Mom Spaghetti in the mid lane? So I said that for King. It's just, by the way. He said that I wouldn't say Mom Spaghetti on broadcast. Of course I would.
I'm glad that we're fitting in our word association minigames here for one of the more exciting matchups of the week.
Sorry, he called me out. He said he wouldn't do it. I had to do it. You know that's the rule.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
All right, let's get back into the game. I know you want to talk about the jungle matchup still. It is exciting. Shaden has been doing a good job. 1-0-1 at the moment with the Rift Herald in his inventory. Where should we look towards the play that Shaden will make next?
King, you got to funnel King. That's the game breaker. If you can get King that Kraken Slayer, that's where you can get some good work done. Is Kumo Ornhorn?
Ornhorn interrupts the jump too. Looking for Darshan. He's about to go Mega though. This could be a little bit difficult in the alcove. But with Yuji there, he's got land for fight just in case. So he's getting a lot of damage on top of Darshan. Darshan doesn't even burn the ult. Oh no, he did. He burned the ult and dies.
Had the wall, doesn't quite connect. He didn't burn the ult. It's back up when he gets back up.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Copy, yeah.
Okay, copy.
Ooh. Little mind game.
And then the bot lane playing out how you kind of indicated. Shaden was able to get the dragon. Now pops that Rift Herald, looking for more gold for King.
Yeah, I mean, again, FlyQuest just made a play top, so this is the correct response from C9. I do want to point out in the mid lane, Spyrex actually guessing the riposte. Saw the auto attack animation of copy. When you're in those scenarios, a lot of times players just look for character animations. And that's how you can do an educated guess or make it look like you have genius reaction speed. Never mind, Destiny. Oh,
man, the conviction from Cloud9, the Oceanic bot lane. It is consistently catching FlyQuest bot lane off guard.
Wow, I did not think we were going to see a play there. They changed my mind. As, holy smokes, Destiny, the flash in. Love the proactivity we've been seeing out of Destiny and Academy. It's been a really good look for him as Copy.
Okay, Copy had to use ult to get away. Could have been dangerous, especially since UG was rotating up. But yeah, let's focus on that bot lane a little bit more, because Shaden, King, Destiny really stepped up in that moment, like you called out. Destiny, the flash forward is really what called it all. And they had enough burst damage that even with UG right there, he couldn't do anything.
I think that's just one for FlyQuest. They tried to contest the Herald, tried to make sure that second charge couldn't go down, but stepping too far up, Destiny, King, able to find a punish where most bot lanes don't. And again, all eyes on King this game, Mad Magical, as he is the one that can really break the game plan of FlyQuest, has the DPS to overpower their comp in team fights. If King's able to be safe in these fights, he could be the big difference. And he is very far ahead, as already has that Kraken Slayer. I think the build for him, we'll be getting that Phantom Dancer second. It's so efficient, feels so good on Tristana, just syncs up really well with the Kraken Slayer and Tristana's kit. But I'm expecting LDR third, so it will be a wait IE.
Went over for Tomo, but Diamond was there. The Encore hits both of them. But they'll both be alive. Like you said, the buffer from King was able to get him out.
And I mean, it's even more important that King's big this game, because again, Copy, this Yone Talia has such an ability to combo such threat, but it's behind. As Copy, he's got no ult.
Knock up, looking for the fight underneath the turret. They got a lot of damage on a Copy, but they see on a ward that Shaded is coming over. Same with Destiny, but the Weaver's wall will cut off the fight away. So Spyrex is killed by the killing spree of Shaded.
Big mistake there from FlyQuest. Kumo and Spyrex, they throw the lead, and now look at the scoreboard. It is a 4K gold lead for the side of C9, as they have blitzed down all the plates. They got King really far ahead in this game. Shaden's ahead, too, on this Talia. And now, here we go.
You gotta give respect over to them. They've done this play bot lane. You already knew what they're capable of. Diamond went back in with the curse of the side, bumping onto 3 people.
Here.
Yuji's here. Oh, but they Buster shot him away. They interrupted the dash, so no knockup for FlyQuest. It's Cloud9 cleaning up FlyQuest. Or can they get Spyrex? He respawns. He's in the middle of everybody. He got a shutdown on Shaden, and Copy's taken low. Look at Spyrex. He might have the damage to be able to fight this one back. He goes in, but he dies to Darshan. Kumo couldn't save him. He has to flash over. Yuji's gone. This could be an ace for the side of Cloud9 with only Kumo alive. Do they commit for the dive? I think they have enough. They have the health bar to work with. Kumo, he's dead meat. He's got the alcove he can run to, but he knows this is all for naught, as it's another kill for Darshan.
And C9 played that fight beautifully, as we were highlighting King. Destiny and King were massive in this engagement, Mad Magical, as the Buster shot from King saved his entire team, the 3 people that were there, from being knocked up by the Ornn, opening up any chance that FlyQuest had to bounce back in that fight, in that skirmish, taken away by King and Destiny, who have been fantastic in this game.
Looking great out of the Oceanic Mammoth bot lane. Take a look at this replay. And honestly, it's Destiny, again, on the call.
I mean, the preemptive flash from Tomo, he's got to try. It's a doom scenario, but Diamond going in. Again, Kumo lands a 3-man knockup if that Buster shot doesn't come through. And because that came in, because King was able to get out and reset, that is why C9 ended up winning this fight in the end, because it is a 3v5. They're able to clean up. Spyrex wasn't able to stick around. He was eating too much damage. Couldn't even get his own heals. Didn't have access yet to level 11, where that gets upgraded. Get a little bit extra time, extra duration with the heal as well. And C9 run the fight off the back of how strong King is and how well King played that out.
King now 2-0-5. Kraken Slayer already built before. Looking for Phantom Dancer on top of it. He is truly the carry in this game, like you called out. And I'm looking to see if there's any way FlyQuest can even touch him. It's so difficult, especially when you use Buster Shot like you did in that previous fight on Akumo, which is kind of your most reliable source of CC outside of Diamond.
And now FlyQuest, I mean, they're down horrendous in this game. 7K gold deficit. As you can see Yuji, Kumo fishing. And I gotta say, it was a creative comp from the side of FlyQuest, but if a Tristana is able to get ahead against a team that does not have a marksman, when this champ gets ahead of the power curve, she can be so oppressive because it is so difficult to get on top of Tristana. And the Kraken Slayer, Phantom Dancer just synergizes so well with the kit. Not to mention that if you get up in levels, you get the bonus range. King has the opportunity to put up a filthy stat line this game. And I just want to see if King's up to it, because the King we saw in the last split that was not a King that was scrimming full-time with C9.
Right.
It was a King that only really was playing on the stage games, especially for the first half of the split. King with Destiny feels empowered, feels like the King that we saw in 2021, where he was one of the best marksmen. And
Diamond.
oh boy, Destiny.
Diamond, where are you? Why are you over there? Destiny not even taking the kill. He wants to gift this over to Shaden.
Oh, no.
Taking another kill for himself while hiding away. It is Spyrex. Yuji's drawn a lot of the focus. Now Shaden goes mid lane to look for Tomo, but that's going to be an encore landing on him. And then you jump in with a rocket jump. Where's the buster shot to secure the kill for King?
King even taking a tower shot to make sure that Shaden gets out, utilizing that Zanya's as FlyQuest. I think Diamond was looking for a play, looking for a dive when Mega ran out. Again, FlyQuest, they have to go fishing at this point, as if that doesn't come up their way, things are going to look uglier and uglier. And I got to say, again, they don't have any ways to deal with this Tristana. Tristana is going to run rampant across FlyQuest, so we'll see what King can do. And see if King can continue to put up a lot of the performances we saw to him in 2021, where he was considered the strongest marksman, one of the strongest players in Academy. We did not see that from him last split, but this split, he's been off to a much better start. It's been great to see King performing really at the caliber that we know he can play to.
And right now, the weight of the world is on his shoulders in this game, but Shaden can at least share some of the burden with them. 6-1-4 on Talia. This jungle matchup that we'd highlighted so much beforehand, Shaden's got the better of it in this second game. Yuji, he was able to finally find control over Shaden. Shaden's been all over the place. This Talia jungle that he's piloted, this is, I can't remember how many times Shaden has played at this split, but I do know that this is the champion that he's now tied in the record for most kills in a single game with 3 other people.
I know I've been hyping up King a lot in this game, but yeah, I mean, Shaden's been the benefactor of just playing around bot lane. And
he goes for
keep in mind,
Magi's too.
yeah, Shaden was the one that really helped get this bot lane ahead, as it was a good start. As Spyrax
could get away. Yep, boulder tossed. Diamond's nearby. They know that there's some sort of vision control on the side of C9, as now Darshan, realizing he's about to go mini, fails.
Just no way back for FlyQuest. It's got to be whatever Spyrax can get done in the side lane. As
but what can he do? That's the thing. What can he do in the side lane? It's like
there's not much.
He's now pitted against a Gnar. That's kind of the matchup they were trying to avoid.
Baron's going to be on the table here soon for C9. Expect them to look towards that soon. As C9 trying to bounce back with a vengeance against FlyQuest, who netted a nice game in the last one against C9, but oh boy, this one, all C9 again, as Diamond just fishing around this bot lane. They're trying something.
Trying to fight a little bit of a fight with the level lead for Darshan. Nars in Spyrex, but the flash from Diamond, he took the turn. Oh
King
no,
was
it was
there.
King! King again! Always with the angles,
no.
double kill Tristana. He's not allowed to play this champion. It's too damn good, and now he's found Tomo.
Oh,
Look at the
boy.
damage. He doesn't even need Destiny. He's just getting there for the kill credit, so they get their attention on a Yuji who flashed away. Almost getting him. Oh, there's the
King
flash
thought
from
about
King.
it.
I thought
King
he was
thought
gonna,
about it.
I thought he was going to flash. I was ready to say it, but he held off.
No, it should hold off. Just clear mid wave. You can go start Baron if you so choose. Herald even going to be dropped. I could just stick around for the inner. As C9, again, this game, all them. You can really see FlyQuest fishing, trying to find any plays they can, but this one feels done and dusted, as they have this Tristana so far ahead of the power curve. Going to be an LDR in base, as Diamond looks at Trist funny and is now dead.
You can't. It's King and Shaden. They're going to kill you instantly. And now Darshan, he's getting chased by Yuji and Spyrex, but they were there mid lane. They're there to pack him up, and look at the damage from King, forcing away Spyrex as they chase down Yuji. The flash in. There's the flash in from Cloud9, looking for Yuji, who bites down the Krugs, but he's still going to die. Killing spree for Shaden again. Second time this game.
And Spyrax heading for the hills. Copy. Okay.
Nice dodge. And now the call of the Forge God. TP top lane, use the ult to barely get over the wall. Copy survives, and Darshan escorts him out.
All right, this is starting to look like a C9 style show. It's, all the attempts for FlyQuest again, I respect it. They're trying to find ways to win this game, but this game's done and dusted as C9 take the third dragon. Shading go reset. Baron on the menu for Cloud9 Academy, and this really is the form that C9 was hoping to have. And what C9 can do to some of these teams, some of the victories, the way, the manner they can win these games. So dominant. As Shaden, I really feel like this is a team that you cannot give TLYA to. Shaden is too damn good at the pick, and C9, their soul laners are too damn good at the ADs, as Copy's gonna give one away.
He's gonna die. It's shut down. Ooh, though it's Diamond who picks it up, and Destiny having to jump away. So they at least
I think they start Baron. They
it's a worthwhile pick. It's a worthwhile pick. You try to see if you can
see what happens.
Anything down. Darshan doesn't have TP either. So it is a 3v5 at best for Cloud9, unless they can delay.
King.
I'm watching King. I got my eyes on the king of the castle, looking to see if he can dive in on Akuma, who's pretty low. He's waiting it out. He's looking for Destiny's angle before they can engage the fight. They've stopped the Baron. They've found one split off, and it's Spyrex. But the knockup tries to interrupt. It's going to be a response in from Spyrex. They've taken it's like lost Tomo, and they dive back in. There's nothing they can do. They're all falling apart to King as he cleans them up.
Shaden picks up the kills. King was the target in C9. They could take the Baron. We have a TP coming in as FlyQuest, again, wiped. Had to do anything they can to get back into this game, and C9 going to split their focus. 3 on the Baron, 2 on the turrets. And C9, again, the manner how dominant this team can be. This is why we think that Cloud9 can vie for the top of the table. Can compete with the likes of Team Liquid, can compete with the likes of 100 Thieves, and damn, they could be better than them all in the end if they keep on evolving as a team. And if this bot lane keeps on performing the way they have been, this is a bot lane that can hang with Yawn and Ayla.
I mean, you look at Rakan, 0-0-15, spoon-feeding King as much as possible, even giving kills over to Shaden, who has 10 kills to his name. This has been the King and Shaden show. They have been fed up their butts by Destiny. They've gotten everything they could possibly want, because you look at the other side. 0-5 for Tomo on Seraphine. 1-7 on Diamond. Bot lane's not working out nearly as well as it did last game, and now it looks like they're caught out. They try to fight back, but Yuji, he's got no health left, and they've got a kill on a copy, but so what? You have to deal with Kumo dying over on the other side of Shaden, so they can jump in with the resets. They've got Sparks, he riposte, but he's dead. Getting another kill, and it's legendary for King. Diamond knows! Diamond knows!
Yeah, Diamond, when you get behind on engaged champs, things get tough, as, oh man, we can see C9 having a little bit of fun with the one-sided victory. Check out Copy's inventory there. Buying the worst stone of the tier.
Nice.
He's like, I'm going to support this game, guys. Truly. I was messed up my lane mid. Able to come back at the end. But Shaden's going to fish a couple more.
He wants more kills. He's got 12 now.
Yeah.
Not bad. The game's about to end. Well, unless they want to get more. Because remember, the record is 14 for most kills in a single game for any player in Summer Split at the moment. But it seems like Cloud9 are looking to end it unless they can have a little bit of a fight afterwards. It's down to 50%. They've got the Buster Shot onto Yuji. Yuji's still underneath the dirt. He might die. Oh, he got the heal from last fight, but heal will still fall to the hands of Shaden. Shaden looking to break the record. All he needs is one more, and he'll have it. One flash in, but it's Darshan who takes it from him. No record today. Instead, he's going to be tied up unless they can get the kill on Akumo. Shoved back in with the seismic shove, and it's hard to kill an Ornn. You gotta get it. Oh, the minions! No, the record.
No record for Shaden. Oh, no record for Shaden. But hey, I think C9 will be happy with that victory. As Shaden, he saw pretties 14-0 TLYA games. Like, I can do that too. 14-1-10, not bad.
Well, he's tied with the record already. That's his second time being tied with TLYA. He did it once with TLYA. He did it again with TLYA.
Please don't give Shaden this champ.
Right.
I'm done with it.
Agreed.
I think him and C9 are too good. With the TLYA, we saw it that game. Nice setup around bottom lane. King of Destiny ran with it from there. Darshan self-sufficient and more on the top side. Copy, unlucky counter matchup for him, but was able to at least farm up, be relevant. And C9, man, the way that Shaden has shown that he's able to play around Darshan, but then also now King and Destiny. The growth from this rookie jungler, both him and Yuji, I think, have grown a lot throughout this year. For Yuji, the split for Shaden, excited to see more as 1-1 split.
1-1 split. They both remain tied in the standings. We're going to toss it at break. When we come back, Kangas will be here for an interview with Cloud9. Make sure you stay tuned.
Hello and welcome back, everybody, for our post-series interview. I have the top laner for Cloud9 Academy, Darshan, here. Nice win, going 1-1 against FlyQuest Academy, but that second game looking pretty clean right there. So to start off, Darshan, I want to open up the conversation a little bit because you were subbing in for Cloud9 LCS at the beginning of the split, but now you're having a chance to get back here into Academy and see all the Academy players, and also in particular playing with Shaden, a newer player to the scene. So I want to get your thoughts, first off, on what it's like playing with Shaden, what you see in this player that everybody should be looking out for, and also just general thoughts of the development of players in the league so far.
Yeah, I think it's Shaden's first split. Jay's a really funny guy to be around. I think he's always knows how to, or he's always looking to make the room laugh. I think as for his gameplay, I think he's really good at fighting. I think he's still learning about like macro and team play and things like that, and figuring out like picks and things like that. But I think that he's, man, do I have to use a potential word? I do think he has a lot of potential, but
you've cursed him. Oh no.
I think there's still a lot of things that he could be better about, but I'm happy playing with him, and I'm happy that we picked him up.
That's fantastic. What's the funniest thing he said?
I don't think it's a particular thing he says. I think he's just always trying to. He likes teasing people. He likes picking on people in like a way to like, just like in a friendly, bantering way. Sometimes he can push it a little too far, but that's kind of his style.
Is it your job to reel him in if he's going a little too far, or is there like another adult on the team that's like, all right, Shaden, calm down?
He's a loose cannon. He tones it down for the game.
Sometimes it's good to have that kind of personality and spark on a team, right? And speaking of, I always love checking out everybody's socials before bringing them on to an interview, just to see what they've been up to, what they've been talking about. This was a tweet earlier on at the beginning of this the month of June, but I'm curious about it because I think it opens up a really cool discussion that I want to hear more thoughts from you on. You said, I think reflecting on and reviewing your gameplay is one of the most crucial skills to long-term improvement. If you play the game and feel like your gameplay wasn't worth reviewing, it's important to question why. So I'd love for you to just clarify a little bit more and maybe dive deeper into ways of improvement for players in the academy level that are trying to make that jump to the LCS.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, especially like as an athlete or when you're trying to be the best at anything, a lot of it is about understanding yourself, because you get to that level where you're like better than 99% of people, right? And to really like maximize your skill at a craft, you have to really understand your strengths and weaknesses, your flaws, the things that you can be better about, right? Because that's just, I think, how you get the most improvement. A lot of things are, in your personal practice habits, your personal mindset, your personal, all of these things that sometimes you kind of like, I feel like when I got really good at the game, I kind of like got lucky in a way, right? It's just like I played all the time and then, oh, like I'm pro now. And I think like that's the case for a lot of these pro players where, I mean, I feel like luck could be a part of it. Of course, there's that hard work part, but I think that once you get to like that pro level, you really have to be a little bit more introspective. And so I think that's what that tweet was referring to. Just when you're reviewing your gameplay, that's like a continual process. I think at the beginning, you can look at very surface level things, right? Like, oh, I could have hit this minion. I could have played this team fight better. But I think you can delve a little bit deeper into like the thought process of why you do certain things. I think that's where things get really interesting.
I mean, that's something that I've heard of, but I've never really seen it in practice. Would you mind giving maybe an example of something more recently within like the past year that you've been looking at your gameplay like, oh, that's something that I can always improve on? Because I know that you're always talking about this growth mindset and this improvement focus to the game.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can talk about something like deeper and ask, like in a sense, is like, for example, when you're playing the game, you should just be focused on what's necessary to win. But I think that a lot of times we can lose sight of that by focusing on things that don't matter as much. So for example, like CS, right? You see everyone's CS score, and in game, the CS number is very rarely actually relevant for what you need to do in the game. But for example, sometimes there'll be thoughts in my head of, oh, like what's my CS relative to his? And then I'm looking at my CS number, and then I'm thinking about my CS, but that actually just doesn't matter because what I should be focusing on is the game. And I think there can be a lot of selfish tendencies or just like thoughts that are focused on things about like you wanting to perform well as an individual, or are you getting frustrated because something of a teammate said or did, and then you lose focus on the game. So I think that's one element of what are the things that get you out of the zone? What are the things that make you lose focus and why? And I think understanding yourself is kind of how you can kind of say like, wow, this is really like selfish of me, or this is really like useless. It's not helpful. So you can kind of just drop it.
Then things like tilt start to set in, right? Where it's like you're no longer thinking about the next play, you're thinking about what had happened before. I love hearing that, though, even at such a small scale like CS differential. So cool. Thank you so much, Darshan, for sharing some of that. But I know that outside of the game, you also have a reputation for your golden pipes. I know everybody, it shouldn't be a surprise at this point. So I got to ask, first off, what's your go-to shower song right now? What are you belting out when you're washing up?
I've been listening to, or that Joji song got stuck in my head, Glimpse of You. I don't know if you've heard it yet. It's a new one.
I have not yet. Could you give me a verse? Could you recite one for me?
Sure. This is for Kangas.
Thank you.
She took the weight off my shoulders. If it was ever hard to move, she took the rain on the rainbow when I was living in the blue. Why then, if she is so perfect, do I still wish that it was you? 'Cause perfect don't mean that it's worth it. So what do I do when you're out of sight? In my mind.
That was incredible. Thank you so much, Darshan. We got to get you collabing with some of our broadcast talent. Rafa and Deserix are so jealous of your pipes, and they talk about it all the time. But for now, congratulations on the win, and thank you so much for your post-game interview.
Thank you. I'd love to sing with them. Have a good day, buddy.
I'll let him know. All right, that was